from within. It was an unexpected battle. Life threw me a fight. In the midst of my darkness, I looked for the light. Decided to put my trust in God. Found my peace in His words. Found healing with the fruits and detoxification with the herbs. Meditation in the morning, I breathe deep, I find my flow. Visualizing my healing, I let the negative vibes go. Whole foods on my plate. Color, life, and health, nourishing my spirit, had to harvest that wealth. I heal from within, feel my energy rise. With God on my side, I look to the sky. Holy Spirit was my methods here. I broke the chain, strengthened my heart. I pushed through the pain, concept on sour sub and double goatee. Got that holistic glow, dream my parasite effect, so wellness can flow. Set in the sun, a wild ground into the earth. Realizing my purpose, realizing my work, releasing all that feel with having my breath. In the face of the storm, I'm manifesting my health. I am from within, felt the energy rise. With God on my side, I look to the skies. Holistic was my method, yeah. I broke the chain, strengthened my heart. I was through the pain, so here's to the fighters, the warriors, the strong. Finding strength in the struggle, together we go on. With holistic intentions, we rewrite the song. Healing from within, where we all truly belong. I'm rising from the shadows, let my spirit be seen in this life. I'm a warrior, I'm not fearing the thing.
Play it again. One more time.
One more time?
Yeah.
All right. One more time.
Heal from within. It was an unexpected battle. Life threw me a fight. In the midst of my darkness, I looked for the light. Decided to put my trust in God. Found my peace in His words. Found healing with the fruits and detoxification with the herbs. Meditation in the morning, I breathe deep, I find my flow. Visualizing my healing, I let the negative vibes go. Whole foods on my plate. Color, life, and health, nourishing my spirit, had to harvest that wealth. I heal from within, feel my energy rise. With God on my side, I look to the sky. Holy Spirit was my methods, yeah. I broke the chain, strengthened my heart. I pushed through the pain, concept on sour sub and double goatee. Got that holistic glow, dream my parasite effect, so wellness can flow. Set in the sun, a wild ground into the earth. Realizing my purpose, realizing my work, releasing all that feel with having my breath. In the face of the storm, I'm manifesting my health. I am from within, felt the energy rise. With God on my side, I look to the skies. Holistic was my method, yeah. I broke the chain, strengthened my heart. I was through the pain, so here's to the fighters, the warriors, the strong. Finding strength in the struggle, together we go on. With holistic intentions, we rewrite the song. Healing from within, where we all truly belong. I'm rising from the shadows, let my spirit be seen in this life. I'm a warrior, I'm not fearing a thing.
All right. Yes. God bless. For those that don't know, this is actually a poem that Joe wrote, and that's him singing. Okay, so that's beautiful. I love it.
Auto-tune.
Hey, don't do that. He did so good. I'm so proud of him. Okay, so thank you guys for joining us. Obviously it's the power of health and healing. And before we get started, I just want to read a verse, a Bible verse, and then we'll move forward, okay? And the Bible verse we're going to read today is 2 Timothy 1:7. For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control. I love that verse because God gave us not a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and self-control. So part of healing is educating ourselves and taking control of our lives, gaining that power back, and this is our goal, with these sessions that we're doing so that you can educate yourself and understand the power of health and healing so you can take it back. Okay?
Okay. I think I want to say to those that are fighting and battling cancer, trust me, I understand. I know what you're going through. I know what you're feeling. For me personally, when I got that diagnosis, I mean, I'm going to say this. There's a lot of words on this earth, but I don't think no word hit like that word cancer. I don't care what you done prepared your mind for, or what you think you done went through or been through, or just battle with. But when that word is told to you, nothing prepares you for that moment. Nothing you can do can prepare you for that moment, and nothing prepared me for that moment. And fear was one of the things that God had to deal with me about, because that's what I felt when I got that diagnosis. It was straight fear, nothing but fear. It took over me. It shut me down for a few days. Recently my wife found out that when I got the diagnosis, I didn't tell my family right away. I mean, it was like 3 or 4 days before I told anybody. And I'm telling you, man, like I said, I know what you're going through. But you got to learn to have faith over fear. And that's what I had to learn, to operate and abide in my faith, and basically to get rid of the fear. Because there is no healing if you are allowing fear to take control of your mind, your thoughts. It pretty much paralyzes you. The Bible says it's impossible to please God without faith. And if you have fear, then you're not having faith. So, but like I say, I know what you're going through. I know the battle. I know how hard it is. But I'm living witness that it can be done. You can be victorious. You are victorious. You have to believe that. You have to see it all the time, no matter what. I tell people all the time, there is no pain like cancer pain. I mean, that pain is something I had never in my life felt before. And there's no relief from it, nothing you can take, nothing you can do to relieve it. You just battle through it, you cry through it, and you just trust God and believe God that it's going to come to an end. And so for me, I say about fear and faith, just make sure and always allow your faith to overcome your fear.
That is true. That is true. And one thing I can say, being the wife, I did watch him go through stuff. It was hard, but a couple things that I seen him do that got him through everything was that he was very disciplined. Okay, he was extremely disciplined. Once he got that diagnosis, that was it. He was just aiming to get this, doing this holistically. He wasn't just sometiming it, he was doing it. And he believed, despite of what the doctors were saying, he believed, he kept pushing. And I was so proud of him, I'm not even gonna front with you guys. Like, a part of me, I was hit with fear too, okay? Especially with the doctors. I sat with him and I heard how the doctor was talking. Oh no, you gotta get these things done. We need to go ahead. They wanted to go ahead. Hey, we got chemo, surgery, all these other treatments. And he said, no, we're going to do this holistically. And then I told him, look, if we're going to do it holistically, if you're going to do it holistically, you better go ahead and do it. Don't just half step it. Go ahead and do it, because this is not just you that's going to affect. It's going to affect the family. But I'm so proud of him because he did it, and the kind of faith that you have to go through that and go beyond what the doctor is, because the doctor is telling you to do the opposite. Okay. But he went ahead and it's like, no, I believe that God's going to cure it. I believe that, God's going to see me through it. But it took work. Like, he actually did the work and he had faith. And then he acquired knowledge. So this is what we're trying to do, is give you guys the knowledge so that you will have it for yourself. Don't trust what other people say. Find the information for yourself, and do the research. It's your body. God gave us that power. He gave us everything we need to heal ourselves. So now we're going to jump into what we're going to talk about. So what are we talking about today, babe?
Okay, so this is it's kind of a lot of information, so just bear with us. This is something new for us, so we're trying to navigate through it the best we can. So, but basically today we want to discuss something that I call a silent killer. It's something I never knew about or had even heard the word until I was doing some research on cellular health. And that was when I was trying to heal myself from prostate cancer. I did a lot of research. And I call it a silent killer because it often sets in gradually over time. And your body tries to adjust to it before giving off noticeable warning signs. No, you normally don't know until it's already serious. It's low-key and subtle until it's not. And what I'm talking about today is hypoxia. Now, hypoxia simply means your cells aren't getting enough oxygen. But in a holistic framework, it's much more deeper than a lung or blood issue. It's a system-wide imbalance that affects energy, immunity, detoxification, and cellular repair. Holistically, hypoxia is the body saying, I can't breathe at a cellular level. Hypoxia begins at the cellular level because every cell needs oxygen to produce energy. They use this energy to do their jobs. When oxygen is low, the cells still want to do their job. So it switches to a backup system where it doesn't need oxygen. This backup system is called anaerobic metabolism. But this backup method provides far less energy. And the waste product from anaerobic metabolism causes inflammation and it weakens tissue in the body. From a holistic viewpoint, this is seen as the body being in a low vibrational or low energetic state. And in this state, healing slows down and disease take root. Prolonged inflammation and hypoxia feed off each other. This is why when tissues are constantly inflamed, blood flows becomes restricted. Restricted blood flow means less oxygen. Less oxygen means more inflammation. This is one of the vicious cycles of declining health. It starts prolonged chronic inflammation, and this causes reduced oxygen. Reduced oxygen creates more chronic inflammation. More inflammation creates hypoxia.
So is that why you call it why it's called a silent killer?
Correct. That's one of the reasons why I call it a silent killer, because it's like a vicious cycle that we go through over and over again. Like for pain, instead of healing the root cause, we go to the doctor. Doctor give us pain medication. The pain medication don't fix the problem. It just masks the pain. So it's a vicious cycle because we think it's normal. We think it's something we going through every day, so it's okay. But it's actually not okay. And it's causing more and more problems because the problem is never getting fixed. It's just building on top of each other until that's when it becomes basically chronic. Like, most chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, heart disease, neuropathy, almost always start out as hypoxia. Our blood quality determines oxygen delivery. Like in the book of Leviticus, it says, the life of the flesh is in the blood. Holistically, the blood is considered the river of life. If the river is thick, dirty, acidic, or congested, oxygen can't travel efficiently.
So what exactly do you mean that the life of the flesh is in the blood?
Well, basically, when it talks about the life of the flesh, what basically gives the flesh life? What is it that you can't live without, that if somebody takes it from you right now, within a few minutes you'll be dead?
Oxygen.
Oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
And the body uses the blood to travel oxygen throughout the body. So the oxygen is in the blood travels throughout the body, so your body is oxygenated because of the blood. So that life force that gives the body, the flesh, life is oxygen, but it's traveled through the body by way of the blood. So that's what that scripture means to me.
Okay, so we learned that hypoxia is our cells not getting enough oxygen, that the lack of oxygen leads to chronic inflammation, and it leads to even more reduced oxygen, and it repeats itself, creating a cycle that leads to different diseases. So what are some of the issues hypoxia cause?
Well, hypoxia damages DNA. Damaged DNA leads to mutated cells. Mutated cells leads to disease. Hypoxia also causes chronic pain, parasitic overgrowth and viruses, rapid aging, low energy, chronic fatigue, Alzheimer's, dementia, rheumatoid arthritis, brain damage, heart failure, cardiovascular disease, chronic kidney disease, cancer, and in severe cases, hypoxia can cause death.
Okay, so my question is, what else causes hypoxia?
Well, to be honest, one of the major causes of hypoxia is a poor diet. Yeah, think about that for a second. What we eat, the things we eat can cause hypoxia. A poor diet high in processed foods, animal fats, dairy and refined sugars, but low in fruits and vegetables. A poor diet creates hypoxia in several different ways. A poor diet creates thickened, sluggish blood. Unhealthy, fatty, mucus-forming foods make the blood thicker. Thicker blood moves slowly, reducing oxygen delivery to the tissues. A poor diet creates mucus and plaque formation. A diet high in acidic, inflammatory foods leads to mucus buildup in blood vessels, the lymphatic pathways, the gut lining, our sinuses, our lungs. This congestion physically blocks oxygen flow. A poor diet also creates mitochondrial dysfunction.
What's mitochondria?
The mitochondria basically is the part of the cell that turns nutrients into energy. It is referred to as the powerhouse of the cell, but it needs oxygen to make this happen. Processed foods and a poor diet damage the mitochondria. A damaged mitochondria reduces its ability to use oxygen efficiently. A poor diet also creates chronic inflammation. Inflammatory foods create swelling in tissues, which restricts blood flow and oxygenation. A poor diet also creates a poor gut. Poor gut health, or an imbalanced gut microbiome, meaning you have too many bad, harmful bacteria and not enough good bacteria. An unhealthy or imbalanced gut produces toxins. Those toxins enter the bloodstream, increasing inflammation and reducing oxygen availability. A poor diet also creates acidic internal environments. And honestly, learning this was everything for us when it came to health and healing.
Okay, so now we've learned that hypoxia causes. We learned that poor diet is one of the main causes of hypoxia, and also our lifestyle. So how can we fix hypoxia?
Before we go to that, I want to go back to something that I probably skipped. But honestly, like learning about acidic environment was everything to us, because that's where I learned that there's two sides of chemistry, basically. You have the alkaline and you have the acidic. And basically, what I broke it down for me to understand was that alkaline forming foods basically leads to life, and acidic forming foods basically leads to death. So I pretty much made it that simple to me when I was healing, meaning the things that I ate was either going to bring me life or it was going to bring me death. So I chose to turn to a plant-based diet, because honestly, fruits and vegetables are the most alkaline forming foods on the planet. So in order for me to bring that life constantly into my body, I ate what gave me life, and that was fruits and vegetables, plants, thing that was created by God, or what they call whole foods. So if you read the ingredient and they don't have that ingredient, then that's what they consider whole foods. That's something that God made, and that's what I turned to for healing. But I also learned that not just our diet is what can cause hypoxia. Also things like our lifestyle, like chronic stress, a lack of sunlight, poor sleep, a sedentary lifestyle, environmental toxins, and also our emotional state, meaning how we think, or depression, things like that can also cause hypoxia. And like my wife was asking earlier, what are some of the things, can we heal from hypoxia? And the answer is yes. Our bodies have the ability to heal from hypoxia, but we have to help it. And I'm going to give you 8 things that we could do that can help us heal from hypoxia. And the first one is, first of all, we got to stop. Stop doing the things that's causing hypoxia. At least begin to cut back on it. It's not something you will be able to do overnight, but you have to at least start. Stop eating the BS all the time. Number 2, turn to a plant-based diet. Oh, that's what I did. I turned to that plant-based diet, meaning fruits and vegetables. So fruits and vegetables help thin the blood, it helps reduce inflammation, and it increases oxygenation, especially your berries and your grapes. Eat a lot of berries. Berries are oxygenators, so go heavy on the berries, heavy on the grapes. Number 3 is hydration. Water improves blood flow and cellular oxygen uptake. The best water to drink is water from fruits and vegetables. We call it juice, but it's actually water. Or they call it H3O2, which is structured water. So whatever you drink, make sure it's 100% natural, organic, and has natural electrolytes. So remember, electrolytes is what hydrates the body. It's not just liquid. You got to replace those electrolytes. Number 4 is herbal support, meaning certain herbs increase circulation, open airways, and improve blood quality. And I have a couple of tea blends that I made that have herbs in them that does those things, like my herbal gold blend and the blood pressure regulator. They have those type of herbs that help with that. And number 5 is sunlight. Stop avoiding the sun. The body needs, not just wants, but it needs sunlight. Sunlight boosts what they call nitric oxide, which dilates blood vessels and improves oxygen delivery. Number 6, grounding. Grounding is something we've gotten away from, but it's something we was created to do. Grounding helps to balance us from having too many positive charges, or what they call free radicals. This also helps to stop overproduction of inflammation. Lower chronic inflammation improves oxygen flow. Number 7, deep diaphragmatic breathing and stress reduction. This helps calm the nervous system and increase oxygen intake. This is the easiest and quickest way to get more oxygen into the body.
So what do you recommend as far as breathing? Like what technique?
Well, for me, I always did what they call the 4-block technique. And I would do this every morning when I woke up. Before I got out of bed, I would lay there and I would meditate, I would pray, and I would do this deep diaphragmatic breathing technique. And actually, they say it's something that the Navy SEALs use. So that's what made me turn to it, and it actually worked. And this technique is basically, you want to do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, you inhale through your nose for 4 seconds on the count of 4. Let's start over.
Okay, start over.
4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you hold it for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale out the mouth for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold again for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I will repeat this 5 to 10 minutes. And number 8, the next one is movement. Movement moves the lymphatic system, which is the sewage system of the body. It's very important to make sure your lymphatic system is moving so it can get rid of all the toxins, the waste, and the mucus that's built up. In most cases, are actually backed up. Think about your toilet. What will happen if people use it all day doing number 1 and number 2, and the pipes are all clogged up? After a while, there's going to be an issue not only in the bathroom, but in the whole house. Mm-hmm. So we have to remember to make sure that our body has to eliminate. And not only do our body eliminate, but Just like we eliminate, so do our cells. Our cells have to poop and pee just like we do. And if you have parasites, they poop and pee also. And that poop and pee have to come out of the body. The body uses the lymphatic system to do that. But the lymphatic system, oddly enough, don't have a pump to help it move. So movement is what moves the lymphatic system. Also, that deep diaphragmatic breathing that we were just doing, that also helps move the lymphatic system. So movement is very important. You know, from a holistic point of view, reversing hypoxia is about removing blockages and restoring flow. Hypoxia is not just a lack of oxygen, it's a lack of flow, vitality, energy, and cellular production. Hypoxia shows you a person that's weighted down by inflammation, stagnation, congestion, and chronic stress. But when you clean the body, clean the blood, calm the mind, nourish the cells, and restore circulation, oxygen returns, and the power of health and healing can begin. And that's our presentation for this week. So I hope that it was something that we was able to learn from, something that we could take hold on and remember. Hypoxia is something that's serious. Like I said, I call it a silent killer because you don't know until you know. And a lot of time when you know, it's a serious issue. So, but like I said, it is something that we can take care of and heal from. We just have to discipline ourselves, stop eating all the BS. we gotta get to the point where we're not just eating, but we are eating to live. We're eating to thrive. So that's my 2 cents for today.
Also, I just wanted to just chime in. When it comes to doctors, which is great, you know, doctors are great, okay? But a lot of times, they're more focused on the symptoms than they focus on trying to heal you. This is why it's important for us to research for ourselves what it is that's really affecting us. You know, it's really just that simple. You know, it really is. The grounding, the fasting, the eating right, it's really that simple, you know, to heal ourselves. The herbs that God put here for us to heal from the ailments that we have is simple, but we kind of complicate it. And you got to think about it too. When we take medications, it heals, well, not heals, but it fixes one symptom, but then you end up with 2 or 3 other things going on that you have to take more pills for. You know, at some point, we got to take power, or, well, we choose whether we want to take power or not, you know. But we do have that option, and God gave us that. So
take control of your health. It's on you. It's not on the doctors. It's not on, I don't want to say it's not on God, but God give us his grace and his mercy every day. But your health is in your control. It's in your power. You control how healthy you are or not healthy you are. It's on you. It's your choices and your decisions what determines your health. And if you decide to take full control of that and own up to everything and say it's on me, then you become more involved in it. So take ownership of your health. Don't say I got this because of this or that. Say that I got it. No, that's one thing I did when it came to cancer. At first, I was like most people, oh, the devil attacking my body. The devil did this. No, stop giving the devil power. The devil didn't do it. I didn't catch cancer. I caused cancer. I caused cancer from my undisciplined lifestyle, unhealthy lifestyle. So own up to your health, take control of your health, and make the right choices and decisions.
All right. Thank you guys for joining. We appreciate it.
And remember, you done?
Yes, I am.
Okay, hold on. Don't say, remember, knowledge, discipline is everything. Discipline is the key. Knowledge is power. And all you're getting, get an understanding. Let's hear y'all.
Yes, peace.
What we doing next week? You didn't say?
I don't know.
I think we're going to discuss grounding. We're going to cover grounding next week.
The power of grounding, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, guys.